Welcome back, Trekkies and Trekkers. Well, time for another episode to review, and now we're going to be looking at the battle. The Enterprise meets with a Ferengi vessel whose captain, Damon Bach, requests a meeting with Captain Picard. Picard is, meanwhile, suffering from persistent headaches and seeks the help of Dr. Beverly Crusher. She scans Picard, but cannot find what is causing them. Meanwhile, on the bridge, Wesley Crusher reports that a second vessel is approaching. Lieutenant Drake LaForge identifies it as a Federation Constellation-class starship. Bach and his first officer, Kazago, transport to the bridge of the Enterprise. He notices that the newly arrived ship is a gift for the hero of Maxia. After Picard fails to get the reference, Data reminds him that 9 years ago, at Maxia, it was attacked by an unidentified aggressor which he destroyed. Bach angrily shouts that the ship in question was the Ferengi. The ship was identified as the USS Stargazer, Picard's former command. Bach explains that he found the ship as a derelict and offers it to Picard for free. Picard explains that at Maxia, the Stargazer was heavily damaged before Picard executed an action which would come to be known as the Picard maneuver. Using the warp drive, Picard ordered a short warp jump which directly resulting in the enemy vessel's light speed based sensors briefly detecting the ship in two places at once and allowing Picard to win the battle. Due to the damage, the crew of the Stargazer abandoned ship after the battle. Well, that sucks. Picard and the away team board the Stargazer, and he orders a chest of his belongings to be sent to the Enterprise. Hidden in the chest is an orb, which glows brighter as Bach activates it, causing Picard to be hit by a wave of pain. Dr. Crusher orders him back to the Enterprise. Data meanwhile finds a discrepancy in the Stargazer's logs, stating that the Ferengi were attacked under flag of truce. Upon further investigation, Data and LaForge report to Commander William Riker that the logs were certainly faked. Dr. Crusher and Counselor Deanna Troi discuss the captain, and Wesley shows them some unusual activity from the Ferengi ship. They head to inform Riker to alert him to the signals, who was informed by the Enterprise computer that Picard has transported to the Stargazer. Picard finds Bach waiting for him, who has another orb. Bach explains that it was his son in command of the Ferengi vessel Maxia, and he came here seeking his revenge. He places the orb and leaves Picard on the Stargazer bridge. The orb lights up once more, leaving Picard believe he's once again at the Battle of Maxia. On the Enterprise, Lieutenant Tasha Yar and Lieutenant Worf discover the orb brought over from the Stargazer in Picard's chest. They take it to Riker as the Stargazer powers up his weapon systems. Riker hails the Ferengi vessel and speaks to Kazago, who is suspicious at the sight of the orb, which is a banned device. He promises to investigate. Wonder how long he keeps that promise for. Riker subsequently hails the Stargazer, but Picard continues to believe he's being attacked by the Enterprise. Knowing the Picard maneuver is coming, Riker asks Data to devise a counter. Picard jumps the Stargazer to warp, executing the Picard maneuver. Data, expecting the move, uses the Enterprise's tractor beam to seize the real Stargazer and limit its field of fire. Riker tells Picard about the orb. Picard seems to understand and fires his phaser at the orb, causing it to explode. Yay, I guess? After a few moments, Picard hails the Enterprise and requests a transport. Kazago hails Riker to inform him that Bach has been relieved of command for engaging in this unprofitable venture. Yeah, I would definitely say so. Anyway, let's get some production notes here. The battle marked the second appearance of the Ferengi, but executive producer Rick Berman thought they still didn't make a decent major adversary. Larry Forster's script, his second for the Next Generation, originally featured several scenes on board the Ferengi ship to cast further light on their culture, but they were all ultimately cut before filming. Bach would return in the 7th season episode Bloodlines, although the role would be recast with Lee Ehrenberg getting the role instead of Frank Corsentino. Aw, that sucks. Rob Bowman used a couple of specific camera techniques for the scenes on board the Stargazer during Picard's hallucinations. A Steadicam attached to a cameraman was used to show a slight unsteadiness, and each of the Stargazer crew members were filmed individually on the bridge against a smoke background before being superimposed together. He explained, quote, "We went dark in a lot of scenes, and we did different angles and things the show hadn't done yet. For me, it was a real creative stretch, and it felt great for the show." The bridge itself was a redress of the film-era Klingon Bird of Prey bridge. The term Picard maneuver was later used off-screen to refer informally to Patrick Stewart's habit of tugging his uniform shirt down, and the Battle of Maxia itself was described in the first chapter of the pre-TNG era novel, The Buried Age. Interesting. The Constellation-class ship first appears in Encounter Farpoint as a desktop model in Picard's ready room. Rick Sternbach constructed the model by kitbashing Ertl kits of the movie Enterprise, using parts from other models such as the VF-1 Valkyrie to add detail. Craig Jean used Sternbach's and Andrew Probert's designs to create the 4-foot shooting model of the USS Stargazer for the battle. In the original script, the Stargazer was to be a redress of the movie-era Constitution-class Enterprise model that first appeared in Star Trek The Motion Picture. Probert and Sternbach persuaded the producers not to reuse the movie Enterprise model, and the Constellation-class label was chosen so that it would match LeVar Burton's lip movement to redub dialogue. Interesting. So overall, a pretty interesting episode, and hey, we get to look at Picard's backstory a little bit. So overall, I give the battle 4 warp cores out of 5. Well, join me sometime soon as we take a look at the return of Q in Hide and Q. So, until then, live long and prosper, everybody.